Howdy, y'alls. Thanks for clicking on my video today. Let's just get right into it. And I'm just going to give a little preface. I think music is so crazily powerful and important because it would seem like the perfect alchemization of vibrational energy, spiritual energy, and emotional energy. Over the past couple years, I've become more and more attuned to what I'm listening to, how it affects me, how it changes my beliefs, how it affects my mood. I tend to get songs stuck in my head a lot, and then having those things on loop in my head, how is that affecting me? To the point where I've literally created a rule for myself that I won't listen to Mitski or SZA. They are too depressed. I won't do it. I don't need to get caught up in other people's emotional bullshit. Music is a beautiful way of expressing yourself, but I think that the way that these artists who are like seemingly innocently expressing their thoughts and their feelings then become broadcast on a national level and seep into the minds of everyone is extremely irresponsible and is kind of like being done haphazardly in the same way that like we consume plastic. We weren't thinking about like, oh yeah, like if you drink out of plastic water bottles, like little tiny pieces of plastics will get into you. In the same way, if you're consuming these songs, pieces of them are going to get into you. Or at least that's how I feel, how I've experienced it. Get over here and sit on my feet. So I pulled up a couple songs, starting with, what's his fucking name? Again, by Fetty Wap. Everyone knows this song. It's a fun song. I can't lie. I'm going to play a little bit of it right here, just in case you are unfamiliar with what I'm talking about. That you blast out your car when you are having a fucking ball, when you are having a good time. It's the summer, it's dusk and like you're just cruising and you're like so in your element. Crazy to be putting this like feel good, happy energy to the chorus of this song. So like I'm noticing the different messages that are in the music, and it would seem that there is codependency everywhere, being programmed, being taught in the music, seeping into our brains. So let me just go ahead and read the chorus that everyone knows. I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle is driving you crazy. I cannot see myself without you. And when I heard this, I was like, this man is sick. This man is messed up. He knows, he's aware that the life that he lives is driving the person that he claims to want or love or whatever insane. She's clearly not happy with him because of this reason and perhaps other reasons. And that's why they're not together. And he's saying, I don't care that my life makes you miserable. I need you. I need you. I want you. I have to have you. I can't see myself without you. People be throwing around these words so nonchalantly. The universe listens. Your brain listens. I cannot see myself without you, which means you have spent so much time fantasizing about your life with this person who does not align with your lifestyle or where you're going. And I was like, damn, this man sounds codependent. He sounds like he needs to control other people and like is relying on these other people for this sense of like self or like love or whatever. And if you have any semblance of emotional intelligence or experience in relationships, you know that that's not going to fucking work. And I know that it's like, Rachel, it's just for fun. Like, Rachel, you're thinking too hard about it. Am I though? Am I though? Let's go to the next example. Which one do I want to do next? I pulled up a couple. Literally just typed in top songs from this, like, pick different years. So Fetty Wap, I think that song was very popular in 2016 or 2018. It was like at the top of the charts. Here's another one that I know y'all will recognize. I didn't recognize it looking at the Billboard thing, but when I typed it in, I was like, oh yeah, I know this song, because they play this shit on the radio. Oh my God. Okay. Hopefully you can hear this. Or that. And I'm sure you could hear the mind garbage in it in just those couple seconds. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted still. I realize the time that I wasted here. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. Oh, I'll be fucked if you can't be right here. So one, promoting like alcoholism. Don't love to see that. Because it's one thing to like talk about going to the club and enjoying a drink and even glamorizing it, but normalizing like getting wasted because you're heartbroken or whatever and saying that like, I'll be fucked up if you can't be here. It's this deep need and craving and reliance on other people, which I do think like our society is so quote unquote sick and sad and depressed is because of the separation of the community. Like I've touched on this in previous videos about how I think codependence is a maladaptive, or not even maladaptive, just an adaptive behavior for survival in regards to like not having enough love or touch in your life, because you do need it. It's very important. Like I make an exerted effort on the days when I'm feeling off to hug my family. And it really helps. It really helps. And I think we get into these relationships and it's like you put all of your love and your need onto this person, which is codependent. It's not healthy. It's fucked up. And now he's fucked up because this bitch can't be right there with him. Is that how you want to live your life? Are these the messages you want to be sending yourself? Like that you, and don't even get me started on Spanish music. Because I became the most codependent I've ever been in my life when I was, one, the most separated from anyone I've ever been in my life. And also, you know, eating up Spanish music. Not that I don't already eat up Spanish music, but talk about deeply codependent, like crazy messages where it's just these people deeply in love and they're like, I do anything, I can't live without you, and oh, I'm just gonna fucking kill myself if you can't be here. Huh? Perdóname? Like the fuck? Some more of the lyrics from this one, the Kid Laori Stay song. Let's see. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. So he's lying in the hopes that this person will stay. I told you I'd change even when I knew I never could. Again, lying. I know that I can't find nobody else as good as you, which is factually incorrect. I understand that feeling of being in love and you wanting someone so, closing my window, so badly. But that's, everyone has their own viewpoints on love, but it is of my opinion that there are many people out there who you will get along with and who you will love and who you can nurture deep, compatible relationships with. Not everyone's going to be 100% compatible with you, but the idea that there is one person, and maybe this is also because I'm coming from like a polyamorous mindset, but if you think about like your family, you or your friends, you have multiple people that you love. Like just because something doesn't work out with one person doesn't mean that that's like the end of the fucking world. And I understand that it's like maybe these people are just putting down their feelings in the moment of how they feel about a certain situation. But these themes are repeated over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to the point where it feels less like expression and more like programming, because it takes actual searching and finding out of positive, good, happy music. So either like the general vibe and aura of society is like generally bad, which I don't think it has to be, or it's like these themes sell, these themes are relatable. You know, it's like I said, music's so powerful because it evokes vibration, vibrational energy, emotional energy. So this is like a very intense feeling that they're selling you here, and spiritual energy. And it's being abused, in my opinion. I need you to stay, need you to stay. what is she, your mom, and you're like an infant? No, we're grown adults. What you need is to get a therapist. And let's do the last one. I just like was looking at popular songs for like nowadays. I didn't want to do the Sabrina Carpenter Man-Child one because I fucking hate that song, bro. I fucking hate that song. But I found this other Sabrina Carpenter song. She seems to be so popular. And personally, I find her nothing but problematic because the way that she plays into this stereotype, when analyzed and peer-reviewed, could be seen as sarcastic or tongue-in-cheeky, but it seems like a willing submission, a willing submission to these gender roles and these like subscribed ideals, probably because like so many people still do relate to that. So that's why it's easy to become popular, because it's like people are still thinking like that. But in my opinion, like, I don't like what she stands for. And that's probably going to come off as controversial. But I dare you to even listen to any of her songs from an emotionally mature perspective and not that of a literal high schooler. Not saying that high schoolers can't have emotional intelligence, but when I hear her fucking like, oh, you're gonna have to taste me when she's, or you're gonna taste me when she's kissing you, da da da. It's like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Anyways, this is the song that we're gonna dive. Song's so fun, so groovy, like, you know? But did you hear any of those fucking lyrics? And I know you're singing along. I know you're over there going, I get wet at the thought of you. Like being responsible. So I'm just gonna bulk read some of these lyrics because the story kind of builds. I get wet at the thought of you being a responsible guy, treating me like you're supposed to do, tears running down my thighs. I don't even want to get into that part. A little initiative can go a very long, long way. Baby, just do the dishes. I'll give you what you want. What you want. A little communication. Yes, that's my ideal foreplay. Assemble a chair from IKEA. I'm like, I get wet at the thought of you being a responsible guy. My question for you, Sabrina, is why are you accepting the bare minimum and broadcasting to millions that this is normal? That, like, I get that it's like a very relatable idea and thought, and it's not new, to be like, oh my God, like when he like, because she has one chorus where it's like, oh, considering I have feelings, I'm like, why are my clothes still on? Offering to do anything, I'm like, oh my God. I just have to believe that this is sarcastic, but the thing is that like your brain and the universe knows no joke. She knows no joke. Anything you feed it, literal, joke, satire, whatever, it doesn't matter. And the fact that like these lyrics are being powered by these intense vibrations, emotions, like catchiness, danceability in some cases. I don't even need to get into why this song is problematic and why, like, it's a clear sign of codependence that you would stay with someone who can't even do the bare minimum. Or, like, the idea that you'd be so obsessed with someone that you can't leave them. Or that you're so obsessed with them that literally them doing little things like treating you like a human is worthy of, like, sploosh. You know? Like, how much delusion do you have to sink yourself into to be like, oh my God, I'm gonna like, she's basically saying like, I'm gonna suck your dick if you do the dishes. Like, I'll give you whatever I want. She's very sexual. She sexualizes herself all the time. And I get it. That's like, if you have a partner and you love them and they do a favor for you and you want to do something back for them, yeah, girl, go off, do whatever you want. But this level of like spiritual and emotional degradation that like you'd be so excited and aroused by so little, there's a disconnect happening. There's definitely codependency happening there. There's self-esteem issues going on. Like, there's too much to unpack. Yeah. I'll try to post down in the description some of the music I like to listen to. I still catch myself like with songs in my head and I'm like, I don't want this message. I don't want this song. A lot of times I realize I'm listening to music almost performatively because I'm hoping maybe other people will appreciate my music and like we can bond through it. So the more I kind of check in and tune in with myself, I'm able to kind of like, you know, like a radio, like fine tune what vibration I'm actually feeling. And a lot of the music that I listen to still has like maybe not the most purest or most perfect whatever. Because these people, these artists, they're making songs that are either manufactured to evoke certain emotions and catchability or are symbolic of their actual true experiences. Think like SZA and Mitski, but they're raw, unprocessed feelings coming from people who haven't probably fully healed yet. And they're not coming to you with their version of the story of like spiritual realization. So it's like, do you want to consume and program yourself into this level of unconsciousness? Or like, you can choose to turn it off. Turn off the sound, turn off the music, listen to jazz, listen to classical. Not that all of her music is perfect, really like Janelle Monae. And like, it's like parenthesis, 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 oh, parenthesis, parenthesis, parenthesis. And like beautiful chorus and Oshun and just these people who talk about like being aligned and not accepting, even Lizzo's music. I mean, there's tons of like more popular mainstream music that's just like a little bit more aligned with independence, emotional stability, self-reliance. Not saying that like it's bad to be dependent on others, but when you're taking it to these extremes of, you know, I am just a weeping, sad ball of flesh on the floor that isn't even real or existing if you are not here with me. You know, that if you want, that's my homework for you. Go listen to the radio or just pay attention to the music that you already listen to and really think about these energies that you're consuming. Because, like I said, because of this like almost perfect alchemization of these three different energies, music is incredibly powerful. And if you can find the type of music that can power you to be where you want to be, it's hugely helpful. I mean, people say all the time that music is transformative. They're right. It's almost ethereal. Oh, Willow. I love listening to Willow. And sometimes a lot of her songs, not a lot, but some of her songs, it's like she's in the emotional hole. But what I love about Willow, because she'll be like, damn, like this shit's so hard, but it's still so beautiful. And I'm so happy to be alive. She was not saying that literally, but very few of her songs am I like, I need to turn this off because it's fucking with my head. Love her. Highly. Oh my God. Love her whole discography. The only one that I probably don't fuck with is maybe the Split one. She has like a more rock style. Like she has two more like rocky style ones. But still, oh my God. There's just, look for it. Look for the good music. Look for the music where it's like, and it's like so much of this music that men listen to, because this is kind of like, I guess from the female perspective, since I'm a woman, so much of this music that men listen to too is like, I gotta get money and I gotta work and I gotta do this and this programming to keep feeding into the system. Do you want to feed into the system? I'd say a lot of people, if you ask them, they say, I'm trying to break free of the system. Well, are you listening to people who are like, you know, putting their life's worth and their purpose into being a part of working a 9 to 5 and, oh, I come home and I do this and I do that and I don't know. Just listen for it. I don't want to analyze 3 more songs here. We're already at the 20-minute mark, but thank you for joining me for this. Please give it a like. Please give it a comment. If you have like your own little analyses or perspectives or whatever, and if you like listening to me talk and you like my video form and content, very raw, unedited, random, maybe even semi-conscious, whatever bullshit, check out my channel, because that's basically just what I do. It's just me talking about shit I like. All right.